everybody, welcome. So, if you guys notice, we do not have a chest plate right now. We ended up losing our chest plate. I forget when we did, and all of a sudden my mic is echoing. Hopefully that fixes that now. Alright, bad. We love when it gets fixed. So, you guys might notice I'm not wearing a chest plate. That's because it broke. So we are going to be looking for a new chest plate today. But the bigger thing that we have to talk about, I realized that one of the mods that we had on the mod pack wasn't working, and the mod that wasn't working is something called the random mob loot drop. I forget what it's called. I think it's the random loot drop mod. Sorry, that was just, I don't know why that was so hard to get out. But basically what this mod does is, let me see if I can find a mob. How are we going this far without finding a mob? There's like a million different kinds of mobs in this game and we can't find one. This is actually kind of comedic. In my mind, I was thinking, oh, I'm sure that we'll be able to find one really fast because there's a million different kinds of mobs, especially since I think we literally added a mod that adds 300 mobs on there. So we need to kill this thing real fast, and then it'll perfectly demonstrate what this mob does. Oh my gosh. So we're just going to go ahead and kill him. And now it didn't... It dropped us deep slate vibranium ore. And if you guys know anything about foxes, they don't drop you deep slate vibranium ore. So that means the mod is working. But basically, from now on, you guys are going to notice the mobs that we kill no longer are going to drop us like bone meal, or they're not going to drop us bones or arrows. They are going to drop us a single random item. Now this is important because a single random item, it could be any item in the game. And when I say any item, I mean creative only items. So we could get like a command block or something, or we could get a really cool sword, or, well, it looks like we just got, what is this? Invincible mask. See, we're just going to get a bunch of random items, and it's going to be awesome. And it also is going to help with progression. But yeah, it's just really awesome, and it's really cool to see. So we're just going to keep working on that, and probably in the near future we'll need to make a mob farm so that we can grind the random items. So it's very exciting. Ordinarily, we aren't going to add mods unless we are changing seasons or something. We'll probably add 15-ish mods every time we go to another season. And I think each season of Scramblecraft, this first season is probably going to be a little longer just because we're setting everything up. But 9 times out of 10, each season is going to be between 10 and 20, maybe 30 episodes max. And then we'll get a new season, and we'll get a bunch of new items. We're probably going to add around 100 to 200 items every season. That's a lot of items. It's probably 10 to 15 mods, maybe more. And as you can see, we're at 344 pages, roughly 2,400 different items. And that's the base. We're only going to be adding more items as time goes on. So it's really exciting. Our hope is to continue to grow and get even more and better stuff. Oh my gosh, let's learn how to talk. So YouTube, this might be a boring part for you guys. Twitch, I'm also sorry this could be boring for you all as well. But what we're going to do now, and I would have done this off stream, but I figured I would just go ahead and do it right now. We are going to go ahead and reorganize everything in these chests into the shulker boxes, and then we're going to remake this room in here. Meanwhile, I'm just going to talk about some of the plans that we have for this series coming up. So, without further ado, let's go ahead and move over all the food. But basically what we are going to end up doing is there is a couple dozen awesome things that we can do with the new mod. The new mod is going to allow us to just get a lot of the stuff that we've had trouble getting in the past, make it just a little bit easier to get. For instance, now there's not so much of a concern of getting some of the more difficult stuff to get. We actually have a chance of getting now. For instance, I forget what it is. It was signs, I think, that we had such a difficulty getting. We can actually get these signs through a random mob drop instead of just having to craft them. Are we going to do that every time? Absolutely not. Like, it just doesn't make sense to do that. But it does make it at least a little more possible. Also, we really need to get Illuminati pets. I really want an Illuminati pet. This is the recipe for it right now. It's red fabric and Parker's circuit board. And Parker's circuit board you actually can't get naturally, which I think is really interesting. So we actually have to either find this out in the world or we have to get it from a random mob drop, which is another reason it's nice to have the random mob drops. And to make red fabric, we either need red dye and 4 string, which we already know how hard it is to get red dye because apparently it took me all of my possessions last time. So we're going to try to not use red dye if at all possible. Yes, I know I left some items, but it doesn't matter because we're going to go back and get it here in just a minute. We have rum. I'm so excited. Dried kelp, cookies, toast, bread. We had rotten flesh in the food. That is disgusting. It'd be kind of terrible if there was a mod that made your food spoil. That would be so sad. Could you imagine? I go through all the effort to collect all of this stuff, and then I come home one day and oh, looks like everything's spoiled. I think I would rage quit because this is a lot of food. Do I really need food? No. My axe literally gives me more food than anything else does, but it would just be really frustrating. Also, I think tallow is actually not something that can be consumed. I never even tried. I literally just threw it in that chest and hoped for the best. But I don't think that you can consume it. So we're just going to go ahead and get it out of there. We have a ton of food that I don't think I realized how much food we had. And then let's collect all the food out of here. Some melons. Why do I almost keep grabbing rotten flesh? Wheat, banana, potatoes, jackfruit. It's actually kind of cool that we have jackfruit. In case anybody's curious, jackfruit's like these gigantic melons. And they smell disgusting. I'm not sure if anybody's ever smelled a jackfruit, but it smells disgusting. Also, not me grabbing grape shot and thinking that was grapes. I'm going to go back through this and I'm going to find like 15 other things that I forgot in here, but you know what, that's fine. Potatoes, swarm bombs. We're not going to throw the swarm bombs in there. That would... that's not really good for you. But right now, our hope is just to get here organized so that we can go ahead and move on to other things. It's unfortunate because I was hoping to have this already done, but it does give us time and an opportunity exclusively to talk about some of the plans that we've got. But yeah, our hope is definitely to start moving into getting some more stuff done in the world. Hopefully we'll start moving to just the adventure aspect. We'll start going places. We'll have episodes dedicated to defeating this structure or finally getting into this vault or finding this item. We will have episodes that are like that. But it's just going to probably take us a little bit more time to get there because we are working a lot on building up what we have here because we have a ton of things that we need to gather, a ton of things that we just don't have access to. And as we get more items, as we start to build up our reservoirs of our random reservoirs, if you will, we will start having the capabilities of crafting more things, discovering more things, discovering how to craft different and more versatile things. That'll be where we actually start to progress just a little bit more because right now we are in a different spot because there's not a heck of a lot we can do besides collect items. But as we start to progress and get, for instance, when we get our random mob farm, suddenly we're not going to have to worry too much about going out and collecting items because we'll be collecting items from home, meaning we can go try to find different structures, different things that we haven't gotten access to yet. Like that'll be the kind of things that we start moving towards whenever we do eventually discover how to make some of those random mob spawners and all that. That's kind of what we're working on right now, and obviously we're working on moving a crap ton of blocks over to our chests over here. There's not really, I don't want to say there's not a rhyme or reason to how we're doing it right now, but we are going to eventually reorganize this into a little cleaner looking of a... Oh, that's right, you can't put in shulker boxes. Dang it, that's actually really frustrating, which means we probably will have to have at least one chest that we're keeping around just to hold shulker boxes, which is fine. That's not really too much of an issue, but it is a little frustrating because I wasn't thinking about it. I'm not making it a cursed chest. That would be so funny though if I made a cursed chest, the chest to keep all of the shulker boxes. every time I open it, a ghost spawns. That would be so funny, actually. But I'm definitely not doing that because that would just be so infuriating. I already have enough of a time with the ghosts. I really don't want a bunch of extra ghosts. Alright, but the good news is we have so much more storage with these shulker boxes than without them, so it's not really something that's gonna hurt us long term to move all of these blocks over. In fact, it's just gonna make our storage system so much easier. And then eventually, hopefully, we will find some larger storage shulker boxes. For instance, these are just the diamond ones. There are crystal shulker boxes, and there's also obsidian shulker boxes, and both of those are way better. So our hope is that we will find those as well. But right now, we're just cooking up a storm. I just put signs in there. That's not where signs go. Signs are gonna go in... Where are the random items? Is that really what we forgot? Blocks, ingots, mob drops. Do we really... we really forgot a place to put the random items. That's actually so funny. That's fine. Where are the blue signs at? There we are. Also, I really should just get rid of the random items. And I think we're probably going to end up needing a bunch of these, so let's just go ahead and set up 8 shulker boxes exclusively for that. And we'll throw signs in there for right now. And then thoughts on what to do with this room here. I'm not exactly sure what I want to do with it, so if anybody has suggestions, leave a comment, let me know. Because I really don't fully know what I want to do with it, because there's not any correct answer. We could make it some crafting room, we can make it part of a display for our most rare items. There's just a bunch of things that we can do with it. So it just depends what we end up wanting there. And I don't have a preference either way. But as we discover more items and collect more items, these chests are just going to keep getting more full. And eventually we might even have to upgrade this room again to accommodate even more items. But I really do want to move away from shulker boxes eventually, just because shulker boxes you can't really... You guys can see from just this, I can't place signs on top of them, which is very frustrating when you're trying to organize everything, because it means that you can't distinguish individual shulker boxes as well. I'm doing my best, but it's not the best system, so we're just needing to figure that out. But it looks like we only really have one shulker box that's actually full, which is awesome, and that obituary shouldn't be in there. It should be in there, because we keep all of our obituaries. Gotta remember our past lives, I guess, which is funny, I guess. Oh, look at this. What's in this chest? Oh, it's how many times I've died. That's kind of morbid, isn't it? Nah, not really, because this is Minecraft, and if you die, you don't actually die. I put seeds, saplings, and trees, but I think I may have been foolish because saplings and trees are the same thing. So we're going to put flowers instead of trees, because that's actually what it is. Flowers will be the third one. Oh, don't you just love when you're tired and you go to film a YouTube video and don't think for even a second about what you're saying? Or writing, for that matter. That is pretty much exactly what happened, which is hysterical. I think that's all those, and then tree saplings, oh my gosh, saplings go in here. Oh, ferns should go in flowers. And then seeds will go in here. We have a ton of seeds, that's actually awesome. Alright, we eventually might need an entire chest full of dyes, but the good news is we shouldn't for right now. This isn't taking a heck of a long time. What's gonna take a heck of a... Maybe I'm just not noticing that, but I wasn't seeing all those purple sparks before, so it's kind of nerve-wracking. I don't know what that's from. I'm sure it's fine. I'm sure it's nothing that'll blow up our base or anything. If it ever does blow up our base, then I'm going to make a little cut to me saying this exact thing. And we're going to do a little callback. Haha, you didn't think it'd blow up your base, but it did. And immediately after that, I guess there'll be a scene where I'm just bawling my eyes out. Because that would suck. There's been time and effort put into the... Actually, I want to check a crafting recipe real fast. Do I already have one of these? I don't think I have one of these. Now we have a... Whoever did the modeling on this, that's actually so sick. I would pay money for that. That's crazy good modeling. Good job to those people. I've tried to do modeling before, and it's tough stuff. It is tough stuff. Modeling is just not easy. at all. So props to the person that made that, because you have some real skill. And maybe he even had a real shotgun, because bro was modeling that thing up. Do I not have a... Do we need a... I think we need a... What's it called? An entire row of shulker boxes exclusively for guns and other weapons. Perfect. So, boom, gun. And then we'll just throw the rest of this in here. Redstone flux crystal. I feel like that's gotta be for something cool. Obviously, we can't get that recipe from it, but before I scrambled all the recipes, I bet that crafted a really cool item. I wonder what mod that's even from. It'd be really funny if that was a standalone. That was the only item in the mod pack and it was literally just to confuse you. That would be so ridiculously funny. Also, we really need to find shotgun shells, because there is at least some guns that take it. And 17.5 damage, that's a lot of damage. This sword here only does 13. With a critical hit, I guess it does more than that, but 17 is a lot of damage. That's something we could take to boss fights and stuff. Like that would be really nice to have. So we'd need to be on the lookout for some shotgun shells. Also, not me stuttering myself into oblivion right now. So armor is going to be the toughest one to move, I think, because as we move it over, I also want to see if I can start putting together sets of armor, because we are going to eventually store all the armor in its own room. It's going to be called the Hall of Armors, and I'm really excited about it too, because it's going to be the crown jewel, if you will, of the world. Also, not all of our armor almost being dead. How much armor have we broken at this point? This is probably, we may have broken 10 sets of armor already, and we have not been in this world for too much time, so that's kind of funny. I'm going to throw that in there, but it's just because I'm kind of nervous about losing it. That is a really, really nice... I'm sure there's some way to unlock the... What's it called? There's got to be a way of unlocking the time stone. And that would just be a really cool thing to have. Also, I have a wooden short sword. I promise it's not because I'm actually going to use it. It's literally just because it's really cool to have items that you can't get any other way. Like a wooden short sword? No, a wooden sword. We have no way of crafting a wooden sword. So some of these items, it's just fun to have just because you're never going to see them again. I'm going to collect all the bows, all the ranged stuff. The reason I'm going to collect all of those is because I feel like those are going to... Oh my gosh, we have so many of them. That's fine. Guns and other weapons. We're going to put bows here, crossbows, and then the arrows with them. Just because I don't think we're going to collect too many more because of the random mob drops that we added. But I could see them being useful. Also, a matter cannon. I really want to know how to use that. That is such a cool sounding item. A matter cannon? Are you kidding? I want one. Or I want to know how to use one. Because right now we don't. Also, we have a musket, and I think that is so cool that we actually have a working gun. I think it's our only working gun right now, which is kind of sad. It's kind of sad that we don't have something else that we can use it for, but that is A-okay. A-okay. Okay, so that's... Oh, I've been forgetting to empty these. That's kind of annoying. That's kind of frustrating. Oh well, we'll come back to this in a second. I don't know what time... Actually, I think right now, interestingly enough, we actually just released a YouTube video, and I'll be excited to see how it performs because it's one of our... No, never mind. The YouTube video that just released, this is going to sound like such a stupid way to say it. I'm not sure it's going to be worth watching too much. I actually feel really bad about it, and it's not because I'm like, oh, it's such bad quality. Well, it's because the audio, whenever I recorded it, my mic went out about halfway through the recording for whatever reason. Because of that, I've actually been checking my mic consistently as I record because I'm always scared that it's going to mess up again. But interestingly enough, the audio went out for 90% of it. And so you get like just a little bit of audio at the very beginning of the episode and then literally no audio for the rest of the episode. And it made me so sad, but I also wasn't willing to not post the video because I'm trying to make sure that I maintain transparency. I don't want anybody to think like, oh, I got a bunch of items while I was by myself. No, what I did was exactly what was expected of me. I wasn't trying to skirt through the world and make content. What you guys see is exactly what I'm doing. I'm not doing anything off. The only thing I've done off the recording, I've done some very minimal, what's it called? I did some building, but nothing interesting, just some light building. So where should I put shields? I'm just going to put shields in here with the swords. I've not done anything that would change the scope of the world for content or anything like that. It's very much what you see is what's happening, and I want to maintain that because I don't, what I want is I want it to be real, because this is real for me. It's a very real, I'm having fun, I'm enjoying myself, and I'm trying to make content that reflects frankly, the realness of what I'm doing. It's fun. I find it to be fun. I'm not gonna taint what I've made with making it unreal, because that doesn't make it fun for me. It has to be interesting for me as well. Also, I think I'm gonna throw gloves. Oh, these are special weapons. I'm just gonna put them in with the shovels, I guess, because I don't really have a place to put them outside of that. Those will go with the rings. It's still so hard to find where everything is. I'm still just not used to it. Also, am I wearing something? No. Where? Oh, I am wearing a tiara. Why am I wearing a tiara? I don't remember putting that on. That feels like such like a fever dream. I'm so confused. Right, so now comes to the armor, and I'm really excited about the armor because we get to see now what suits we've made and which ones we haven't. There's so many cool armors in here. There's so many. It's just really cool that these all exist. Alright, let's go ahead and collect a bunch, and let's go ahead and start forming up some armor. Superhero armor, here we go. So we have the things, leggings, Captain America, stealth boots. Ooh, there we go. Jeans pledge. I think that's just one armor piece, so I'm going to leave that by itself. Pharaoh clothes, that's so cool. Tin boots, chainmail. It'd be really cool if we could get a set of all the base types of armor. That'd be so cool. Dr. Doom, oh, that's cool. Pharaoh sandals, there we go. Mask, I think those are standalone as well. Baron Mordor, brass mask. Chase Stein? I don't even know who that is. Spider-Man MK1, Spider-Man Superior. Yo, what? How'd you get in here? Bruh, how did he get in here? Bro, what did he just drop? Besides the fact that he came in here and I don't know how he did. He did just drop an axe for us, so let's see what it is. Red Matter Axe. Well, let's just tuck that away for right now, but that feels good. That feels like it's something good. I don't know what it is, but it feels good. Also, I know I've put this in superhero armors, but I think we're just going to make this like all of the armor, because I don't really care to make several different types of armor. Centurion sandals can be repaired with a block of gold. Oh, that's good to know. You know, let's take the gloves out, and let's put them with the armor, because that feels kind of armor-esque. We'll put them in extras down here. Also, all the additional armor pieces that we don't have a need for just go in this third one. Oh my gosh, we have so much armor. It's actually so crazy. It's actually awesome though. I love having all of this because that means that we can eventually make a bunch of different types of armor and all that. Let's go back. So we have another brass mask, but we already have that. Stealth chestplate, frost troll. Ooh, invisible one. We have a bunch of those. Captain America boots. Doctor Strange. I guess we don't have it yet, so let's put it in there. Baron, we have the Baron's chestplate already. Robin, Young Justice boots, nope. Invisible one, we already have invisible one. Mr. Fantastic, let's try to keep all of the Fantastic Four stuff together, because I feel like we have enough for all of them. The Thing, Deadpool helmet, Mr. Fantastic chestplate, and Mr. Fantastic leggings. Iron helmet. White Deathworm chitin helmet, super cool. Let's see. Diamond leggings. Oh, I guess this one is this really already full? Dang, rubber duck those can just sit on the bottom. Diamond leggings. And I think that's everything. So let's go ahead and throw extras in there. This is why we need a hall of armor, because I don't want stuff to sit in these chests because you can't see it and it's hard to find where stuff goes. It's also not very interesting. We want an interesting world. We want a world where we're working towards stuff, and sometimes that means trying to piece together armor sets and stuff. Okay, titanium helmet. I don't think... Oh, boom. Our first set of armor is a chainmail set. That's so funny. Invisible Woman. Doctor Strange. Oh, Doctor Strange leggings. That's actually nice. Oh, Human Torch. Shabby Crusader. Captain America stealth boots. I guess that's everything for in here. Maru boots. I almost feel like I'm saying Dormammu, but I know that's not right. I think that's everything in there, so let's go ahead and come down here. Quicksilver. Ooh, diamond boots. Bed. Dragon scale chest plate. Shabby Crusader. Titanium helmet. Rust bar boots. And then gloves. Oh my goodness, and we are still not even close to being done with all this armor. I'm curious if we actually have any sets besides the chainmail, because that'd be kind of cool. Oh, that's right, because they don't have helmets. So actually, Invisible Woman and Mr. Fantastic are done, which is nice. Oh, and the Human Torch. We have a full set of Human Torch, and I think we have a full set of the Thing armor as well. We should have a full set of Thing armor. Ooh, we could finish all of the Fantastic Four armors. That would be awesome. I would love if all the Fantastic Four stuff would be done. That'd be really awesome. It'd be kind of a milestone. We have another jean splicer. We already have one of those though, so I'm not gonna count it. Iron leggings. Oh, I guess we have iron leggings. And everything else I think we already have. I don't think we have room for anything else, so let's go ahead and just dump all of this in here. Rubber duck. Can I wear one of these? I feel like I need to wear one. Wait, is it? I mean, it's not worth not having my helmet on just for the aesthetics, but it is. It's really funny just to have a duck on my head. I saw some new pieces in there, so that's cool. We get a lot of helmets. I wish we didn't get as many helmets. I wish we got more different stuff. Witch hat, we'll just throw that in there. Colossus Deadpool. It'd be nice to have a full Colossus armor, because 28 hit points on just the helmet's kind of nuts. Ooh, better chainmail leggings. Let's just go ahead and swap those out. Iron boots. Not a whole lot of interesting stuff here. So I guess we need to make some new sets here. But everything else isn't worth it. So we'll just go ahead and dump. We're already running out of space. I told you we need a set of. We need an actual. What's it called? We need a room just for armor because it fills up so fast. Spider-Man Homecoming. Iron plate leggings. We already have Robin, but let's get the full. Ooh, we have iron armor now. Colossus Deadpool, we got a bunch of those earplugs. We'll just throw those in there. Let's see if we can get a better helmet. Also, iron plate leggings, we'll put those in there. But nothing else is going to go in there. Wow. We are really running out of room. Alright, last set of stuff. It doesn't look like there's too much more. Unfortunately, it looks like the thing armor is not going to be completed today, which is fine. We weren't really expecting it to be anyway, but that's great. Oh, we got some leather armor. I love how I'm getting excited about that. But you know what? Every bit of armor means that we're a little bit closer to meeting our goal of completing some armor sets, so I am excited about it. So I think that's everything. And we are officially an entire shulker box full of spare armor. That's nuts. I would say I'm surprised, but I'm really not. Like, we just have so much. Well, oh, I forgot we need to open up these shulker boxes and see, because now that I'm thinking about it, we could have gotten some more armor in those. Let's look through here and let's just grab all the armor out. Oh, we did get some armor. For sure we got some armor. Oh my gosh, adorned loincloths. That just cracks me up. What does that even go on? I guess we'll find out. Where did I go where I got all of this random armor? So interesting. I feel like maybe we should try to repair some of this armor. Let's see. Can we repair it like this? We can. Is there nothing else that we can repair? Boom. Okay, there we go. Getting that quality up. Less boots. Oh, shabby crusader boots. Whoops. Boom. Less shabby boots. And I don't see anything else we can come up. Well, I guess these. Alright, there we go. Let's just up in the quality a little bit just in case they were to ever get damaged. Alright, bet. Alright, let's go ahead and go to our armors. Let's see. We have... Is there any armor that goes in here? Centurion sandals. Do we have any Centurion stuff? No, we have some Crusader stuff though. But I don't think that's going to go in here. Also, the thing doesn't go in here anymore, I guess. Let's see if we can put Crusader armor in here. Rusted Great Helm. Wait, what was this here? Oh, that's right, Centurion. Shabby Crusader boots. That's... Hold up. Let's just repair these one more time. Boom. There we go. So this is a rusted bar boot. I feel... Does that go together? That looks like it goes together. The move... Wait, where's the door move stuff? Because we definitely had some of that before. Did I accidentally put it somewhere? That's a loincloth. That's like a headpiece, I think. Iron, we already have iron. No, we definitely had door move stuff somewhere. Did I accidentally throw it in the extras? Where is it? I'm 90% sure we had some of the door stuff. Am I wearing it or something? No? Weird. Oh well. Let's just make a new set. And then rusted kettle hat, rusted Norman helmet, rusted great helm. Shabby boots, I about go with one of these, but I'm just gonna put them here for right now. And then rusted half armor. Oh, and invincible mask. We have several dozen sets of armor, and we're just not gonna find all of it, but we can find quite a bit of it. My hope is to find 50% of all the armors. It's just impossible to find all of them. Even more than impossible to find all of them is like organize all of them. I think I've showed this before, but even just the Iron Man armor. This is all the Iron Man armor. That's a crap ton of armor. It's not possible. I would be absolutely shocked. I would be shook if we got that much. Let's go ahead and put all the rat mod stuff away. We probably need a backpack mod. Oh, we definitely need a books. Actually, we can just leave books over here. Why don't we leave books over here? That's fine. And then we'll leave the superhero stuff over here as well. We do need to move all of this stuff over. I'm not going to look forward to that because that's going to be a pain in the rear. I don't know why I'm... Crap. Bows and arrows go in there. This is going to be another boring part just because I am just putting everything where it goes. Wait. Oh my gosh, that's part of the rats mod. I'm not paying any attention and it's frustrating me. We also need a mob drops. We need mob drops bad right now. Flint and steel needs to go in tools for sure, but I guess we're just going to put it down here. I think that's probably the best place for it. Surface moss is interesting because I don't really know where to put it. If I don't know where to put something, it just goes in random items. And this is going to be mob drops. And I don't think we're going to get too much more mob drops because of the new mod that we put in, but this is at least going to hold all the ones that we already do have. Man, we are cooking up a storm in here. Alright. Also, not me putting string in here. I definitely just saw it. Where is it? String isn't in there. Or string shouldn't go in there, because you get that from spiders. We are working hard right now. I want to organize this based off... Here, you know what I'm going to do? We're just going to keep collecting from there, because I'm not about to keep opening these up over and over again. Let's just throw all the string in here now. Bone. Let's just put everything in here, because we can organize it later. Oh, did that take it? Oh, there we go. And then this can be for backpacks and stuff for right now. There we go. And then we'll just grab all this. And we'll set all of this in there. Rotten flesh is going in there. Now bones. We'll put all the bones in there now. Oh, whoops. And then we'll put string, gunpowder, spider eyes. Whoops. String, ectoplasm, and then the heads. Well, we won't put that in there. I think that's probably all of that stuff then. As boring as this episode has been, I think this was maybe one of our most productive episodes because we got so much out of the way. Also, why is this over here? Did it turn the floor under it to obsidian? Where did this come from? Crap, you know what that was? That was my nether portal. I forgot that I'd made one in the basement. It was when I went to go collect that quartz. Which, by the way, we never ended up using that quartz. I'm actually so sad. Alright, let's finish organizing these real fast and then we'll try to get something else done that's a little more productive. Because I do want to actually get out and about. Because right now we've done nothing but endless organization. Which, you know what? Endless organization is important. I don't want to pretend not. You can't really have a world like this without tons and tons and tons of organization. It just doesn't work. But it also means that things are a little more annoying. Oh, hold on a second. Hold on. I think we just finished our first set of armor. Boom. Full set of armor. Wait, let's put it on. Oh, I guess we're going to have to do it like this. We have a full set of armor. And we... Wait, hold up. Is that a dragon? Why is that actually so cool? Nah, hold up a second. That is fire. You get your very own dragon? Or serpent, whatever that thing is. Wait, let me see it from the back. Oh, that is actually... People who ever made this mod, kudos to you guys. This is a cool set of armor. We are not going to end up keeping it on, though, because it's not very good armor. But thank you again to whoever made it, because it is very cool. Cool beans. We got our first full set of armor. Oh my gosh, let me click the right one. So that'll be in display in our armor room, which is very, very nice. Whenever we eventually get to making our armor, I guess. Because we still are quite a little ways from making that room. Also, I would like to fill it with armors. I don't want to just, make a hull of armor and then let it sit there null and void for like 3 years. I want it to actually be useful, so we'll probably end up waiting for just a little bit of time before we dive in on that. Also, I love how I went through all the work of organizing all of this, and now I'm just tossing stuff in here again. Oh, it's fine. At this point, I think it's just kind of how it's going to be. Swarm bomb. Then we got some seeds. There we go. Oh my gosh. We're just going to go ahead and sort through all of this because I'm not about to keep going through these chests over and over again to find the exact same things. Dark matter injection. Can be used to grant dark matter abilities not yet implemented. So will this break our game if we try to put it on? I don't know. So let's put this in the... Let's put that in there. Is this in the same mod pack? I don't know. We might not do it. We could do it, but I'm a little nervous because I don't want it to break the game. Because that would suck. I've spent time on this game, a lot of time, and I'm really not trying to get it messed up already. So I think that actually got all of the bows out of there. This is still from when we went to go collect all of our stuff again. And there's just so much stuff from it all, so I'm hoping that this is all of it. Alright, now for mob drops. Alright. Rib bones, I'm not going to count those because I think that they are a little different. I think that's everything in here. No, I don't think I'm going to add phantom membranes. Zombie heads, absolutely. Rotten flesh. There we go. Boom. Check that out. We got so many mob drops now. Alright, let's go ahead and add all of our new pets. We have 5. I would love to collect more. We really need to collect more, if we're just being so straight up. But whether we do or not anytime soon is largely dependent on how many we find and where we find them at. But I think we're probably getting to the point now where we're going to start exploring for longer and longer periods of time. And while we explore, that's probably going to be whenever I actually start doing more off the screen stuff, when I start organizing all of this stuff without taking up a majority or a lion's share of my screen time, so that I can make better stuff for you guys. That's not going to be so much. Oh, and we organized stuff in the room for 10 hours. We actually went out and we got some stuff, but at least we got some really cool stuff done. We're just going to keep trying to get more and more stuff done as time goes on. My hope is that we will eventually get to the point where we are just exploring. But of course, I'll still let you guys know when we finish sets of armor, or when we hit major milestones and major goals. That stuff will all still be there. It'll just be a little bit different. Also, the amount of horse armor we've been getting is kind of crazy. Should we do something with it? Let me know if you think we should do something with it, because at this point I think we have so much of it. I don't even know what to do with all of it at this point. That's a crap ton of horse armor. Why do I keep hearing the most strange sounds from out here? It sounds like a spider having an aneurysm. Oh, bruh. Everything's spawning under here because I guess it's not well lit. Oh, what is that? Iron Man. More Iron Man armor. Let's go. That's actually awesome. What do you have for me today? Contaminated food. Oh my gosh. Plague Doctor mask. Filth. I can buy filth. Plague Leech has a 50% chance to remove the plague. So I don't really see anything here that I like. So we're going to go ahead and let you on your merry way. Is that a contaminated rat? Bruh. Whatever. well, I love these plague doctors. They're cracking me up. Also, we really need to light up that area under the under the base, because I'm not really interested in having a bunch of random mobs spawning under there, because that's eventually going to become a problem. It's not right now, but it will be. Mark my words. I would also love to collect a sapling from every tree. That'd be a lot of fun. We're just going to go ahead and grab the rest of this stuff. Or we can grab everything but one item. Fun. Alright, let's just go ahead and empty out all the stuff we know we already have. There we go. But with that, I think we've officially finished up all of our stuff for in here. Meaning, we are pretty much done with this episode. I feel bad because this episode has been moderately boring, but I don't feel too bad because we did get a lot done. And you know what, getting a lot done is really, really important, especially when you're trying to organize hundreds of items. So, but as far as that goes, I think we were very effective with our time, which I think is incredibly important. So thank you so much for watching. That's probably going to be the end of this episode. Next episode, I think we're going to try to find a way to make a mob grinder of some kind so we can try to take advantage of all of those random items that are due to us. But as always, we're going to end the video in the same spot as always. Thank you guys so much for watching. That's going to be the end of this stream and the end of this episode. As usual, we're going to edit this down and hopefully it'll be a better video than when it started out. We do have, we are going to try to continue to do daily uploads. It largely depends on the amount of time I'm able to continue to give towards it, but my hope is to record 4 or 5 episodes in a day. And then I'll probably give myself the weekends, because weekends are nice. If you like what you see, make sure you leave a comment, and let me know what I can do better, because I'm always trying to make these videos even better and even more interesting. Sweet. Thank you guys so much for watching, and that's the end of the video. Have a good day.